services. Nancy Dykeman will lead us in singing God Bless America, and following the pledge, Bob Allen will give the invocation.
God bless America, land and love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. At this time, we give thanks for the food that is before us, for those that prepared it. We give thanks for the fellowship that exists in this room. We give thanks for all the blessings that have been bestowed upon us. We pray for those less fortunate. We pray for those who are in harm's way in our behalf. Amen.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate that. And now I'd like to call on our Sergeant at Arms, Howard Hepburn, to welcome our guests and visiting Rotarians.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Rotary. Let's see. On the list of attending Rotaries and usual suspects, I've been here so many years we don't announce them. But Nick Hunt has visited us today.
So, hi everybody, my name is Klara Martinkova. I'm an exchange student from Slovakia. And I'm really happy that I'm going to be here with you all. And thank you.
My next guest is Margaret Evans. Please stand up. And I think most of you know her anyway, but her daughter Amelia is having a fabulous time in Czech Republic this year.
Yes, and she wanted to say, she made it, Amelia recently made an A on both her oral and written Czech language test this weekend at a big convention thing with about 40 other kids that are in the Czech Republic. And she wanted me to thank you all for sponsoring her. She is having the year of her life. So thank you.
I think Johnny has a guest.
My guest is Keith Bauer, retired fireman.
Welcome. All right, for the stuff at hand here, we still have meals to go available. The $5 you'll have to pay me pretty soon if you want one to go, or two to go, or three to go. And then we can get the list back to Linda so that our service can set up your to-go boxes. Reminder, please, rotary pins on, cell phones off. That's all I have. Back to the president.
Thank you, Howard. I appreciate that. Okay, Bernie Cole, you have a few words you want to say?
All right, thank you very much. We had a very successful oyster roast Friday night. With that threat of rain being Armageddon type, we moved it over to the skate park next to the Naval Hospital, and it worked out very well. The only thing we can't have is a fire. So, where's John? Oh, yeah, right in front of me. Anyway, John gets credit for our makeup because he had the firewood, but he took it back. They won't let us have a fire at the skate park. So anyway, we had a nice setup at 3 o'clock on Friday, and of course when you go there you have to go to Public Works, get all the plywood, all the sawhorses, all the plastic fencing to put around to keep the kids out, in which they just push down and walk over and get onto the skid boards. At least this year none of them fell off of the ramps and knocked over tables. But in any event, we had a good time. Did some cleaning up at the end of the roast, and then me and a few others went back on Saturday morning and dismantled plywood and the sawhorses and the plastic tapes and put them in the utility truck and return them to Public Works. But anyway, the 3 clubs combined had 215 people signed up. That's members and guests. Our club had 89, and I think the Tuesday club, if I can find my little note, had 79. And so we ended up with a total, that's a Band-Aid, of 213, 193 in attendance. And so, you know, I've submitted the list of those who signed up. And so, 88, 78, 79, 36, 193 are there.
Microphone.
Oh, sorry, my stage presence is a little slim. But in any event, I was going to individually thank all the volunteers, and I brought the sign up, I'm not a volunteer report sheet to give to Whitney, although I'd already emailed it to her. And not only is she not here, but I lost it. So, in any event, I want to personally thank all of you who volunteered. You did a great job. And maybe, I know I've got a copy of it in my file, so maybe next week I'll single you out and praise you. So, thanks very much.
Just a quick note, Jerry Hyde, you know, has been ill for quite a while now. I talked to him just before the meeting. He's at home. He even drove his car for about 5 miles yesterday with somebody in the other seat just for safety. But he's feeling much better, so we expect him to be here next week. So that's good news on Jerry Hyde's side and for us as well. Bob Busa, you want to talk about membership a moment?
Like I had talked about last week, membership is something that we all should be focused on, and what I have placed on, I think, all the tables is a little 25-minute membership survey. It's basically a guideline, not a guideline, but something, if you would fill it out, it would give you an idea as to who you should be contacting for possible membership here. So please take your time, go through this. It's really worthwhile to fill it out. And that will set up a strategy that you would need to ask for coming up with new potential members. And like I said, usually if you ask 10, you'll get 1 that actually join. So it's something that you really have, it's a volume type proposition here. And this is just sort of a guide to help you strategize how you're best going to produce new members for the club. Thank you.
So the bottom line is take it home, fill it out, bring it back, give it to the people you eat lunch with, and they can keep you on track, because we need members. You know, if you've been in the club 2 or 3 years and haven't brought somebody in to be a member, that doesn't speak highly for your friends. Right? Okay. Anything else? Well, on that snide remark, I'd like to call on the guy who has a lot more of them, and that is Mr. Sunshine. Thank you.
You left yourself wide open, you know. Okay, Ernie Cole's the first lawyer I've seen in a long time. Didn't know how to use a microphone. So. And I know I was a prosecutor. You know, I didn't think you'd really know how. Okay, we have, let's see. Earth Days are John Gribb, 3rd of February, and Chris Steele, the 4th of February. Member anniversaries, Ken Falk, total 14, Ed Boyd, 38, Claude Diggins, 41, Ernie Cole, 24, Johnny Harvey, 30, and Walter and Janet Lupkin's anniversary, of 59. Let's give them all a nice hand. Now, sports have kind of gone away. They're playing basketball here and there. Yes, sir.
Can I make a correction?
Here go. You can't. You can't.
Anyway, it says February 1st is my anniversary. My anniversary is one of a kind. It's February 29th, 1996. So I think I only have 6 years in Rotary.
The lawyer always gets the last word. Okay, anybody has a up to brag? Do you have anything, Mr. Ex-President? Yes, sir.
Frank does. I'd like to brag on Swinton Anderson. This year, the Beaufort Sports Diving Club wound up its annual fishing tournament, and Swinton's boat won Best Recreational Boat.
Okay. We got one. We got
Anyway, I want to tell you a report from the Golden Quail Club with our ex-member Jack Clump, who was in attendance at this, and this is the annual kerfuffle down there at Dorchester. So 415 birds this year. Okay, that goes to the foundation.
Thank you.
For those who didn't make it to the oyster roast, I'm going to brag on Chet Carter. Chet Carter was at the oyster roast, and it was great to see him.
Anyone else? Yes. Go.
Back at Bernie, setting that whole thing up as he does yearly. It's a big event. You know, it's kind of like the onion. You know, it's laborious at times, and he sets all that up, and for all us to have a good time. And you know, it's January, so it's always unpredictable. And so he makes that last minute call to switch that, and that's another minute step. So kudos to Bernie.
Again? No, I don't know.
I very seldom, being in my grad, I very seldom have an opportunity to brag about their sports. So anyway, their basketball team is ranked in the top 25, and I'll throw in a dollar for that because I'm sure they won't stay there that long.
You talking about Iowa? Oh, Illinois. I was in the top 20. Huh? No. Well, I already put 2 in there down there. Are you going to put any more in? Now? I'm not matching you. You're the one with the money.
I want to share something with everybody. Everybody has a house, they get old, and they have a picture in the bathroom. And some of the things not available. Because if you go from one store to another store, they will tell you they're no longer available. Guess what? There's a website called Auburn Bath Internationals. They have all the available parts you can get. Any manufacturer you want, they'll have it. I have a 27-year-old house. I had a hard time getting the parts, but I got it from them. I thought I'd share with you guys.
What's the name again?
Auburn Bath Internationals. They manufacture the carburetor and everything.
Did you know that?
You want me to pay $2?
You already paid 5. That's good enough.
Since I gave you information, why don't you put 2 more?
Sounds fair to me.
Huh? Some of you got a postcard from Amelia Evans, and that is her mother, so you're trying to tie the 2 together. She has, what? She want to say something? She writes a lot, but I know. You have something? You just got out of Dolly.
I say, right, hi, I'm Lynn McGee. I work at the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, and I had the privilege of being involved in the international effort at USCB. And USCB was just selected as one of the top producing Fulbright institutions and HBCU institutional leaders in the country. So, because we've sent so many people to Fulbright within the last 5 or 6 years. So, that's good. And I so appreciate Nick's presentation last time, and Nick, let's get together and see if we can get a student in a Rotary scholarship, okay?
Thanks. Margaret, did you have something? What? Now what?
Well, I just wanted to brag on the Gamecocks. They, the women's basketball team won Sunday. They played Georgia, and it was 85 to 53.
Okay, Rich. Second, third?
Give her a few more minutes, she's surfing now. That tells you how entertaining you are.
About the Valentine's Day meeting we're going to have in 2 weeks, I've got a list of former members' wives, and I'm going to read it off. And I want you to think about it, and if you can think of anybody else's, any other widows who should be on our list for an invitation to our Valentine's Day meeting, let me know. So far, I've got Sally Pringle, Jean Redford, Mary Peterson, Renee Levin, Marguerite Garrett, Peggy Gay, Carolyn Davis, Joan Easterling, Deanna Stevens, Susan Gregopower, Alice Harvey, and Peg Flanagan. If you can think of anybody else, please see me after the meeting and I can put the name on the list and figure out how to get in touch with them. And also, don't forget to check your social secretary, because next week we'll be taking a hand count of who's going to bring their spouse to our Valentine's Day meeting. Okay? Thank you.
Margaret.
Okay, so I already bragged on my daughter for making an A on her Czech language test, but I'd also like to announce that she has learned to ice skate, she's learning to ski, and she went to the World Junior Hockey Championship and watched Team USA beat Team Czech Republic.
Can't be the only American in the crowd. That's great. The guest that Mr. Harvey introduced as chief, he just said he's chief. He's chief of the fire department, Loudoun County, Virginia. And so he's a fire chief, not a police chief. Did you have that, Johnny?
You said firefighter.
You didn't care. And what?
I'll let you introduce him next time.
He sure does.
That's it? Thank you, Mr. Sunshine. On your tables, you'll probably find a Xerox of a note from Margaret Amar. She's the gal we sent to Scotland the start of this year. In a small world, about 5 months ago, my neighbor came over and said, my grandson met this wonderful girl overseas, and they're together now having a great time, and et cetera, et cetera. And I said, oh yeah, where's she at? And it seems like she went to the University of St. Andrews. Well, it was Margaret Amar, so that's a small world. And, you know, I don't know what happened after that, but just to let you know, there are very small circles in our life. And to speak of small circles, about a month or two ago, I was going around collecting donations from the different merchants in Beaufort, trying to catch up with Guy, who did a superb job about getting donations. I never came close, but one place I went to was Wild Birds Unlimited, out by the old Kmart. And they were very gracious to us, and that's going to be our speaker today, Pat Creek. She's one of the 2 owners of Wild Birds. This is her 2nd year in Beaufort. She transferred from one of those states that begin with an O, but unlike me, it's not Ohio. It's Oklahoma, of all places. And she used to live in Oklahoma City, and she's now here with her sister-in-law. And in Oklahoma City, she was the quality assurance director for a very large nonprofit. She gave all that up to come here to Beaufort and pursue the help of wild birds and become a